What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 78 of Pokemon Trading Card Game Online. My name is Blaze, and on your screen right now is leaked information from Coro Coro Comics revealing a new Grimer. It looks like there's an Alolan type Grimer, which indicates that earlier my prediction was wrong, that I didn't think there were going to be any more Alolan type Pokemon, but here we have an Alola Grimer. Now this Grimer actually is, its type combination appears to be Poison Dark type. So it's going to have Poison and Dark type attributes, and that's pretty cool. According to Cerebi, there's some preliminary information coming out that they do also show off Jangmo-O's evolution, which is going to be a Dragon Fighting type evolution, and also type Null evolves into a Pokemon called Shirivati, and that both Null and its evolution change type based on items that it holds. So that's kind of a preliminary subject. The Grimer that you're seeing is actually, that is a confirmed leak, but the information I'm going over now is kind of just preliminary and it's subject to change. They also reveal the full evolution line of Jangmo-O's evolution in Coro Coro Comics, and again, that is preliminary information. So I think that's actually pretty cool. I've always loved the what am I trying to say? I've always loved the Alolan Pokemon. I think those are probably my favorite parts of the new reveals. And I was actually thinking that since they kind of showed off a Spearow that was not an Alolan Spearow, and they showed off a Cloyster that was not an Alola Cloyster, I thought maybe that was going to indicate that there weren't going to be any more Alola Pokemon. But here we see a Grimer, which is pretty cool. I like Grimer as a Pokemon. He's not necessarily the best Pokemon as a Poison type, but as a Poison Dark type, maybe he'll be a little bit better. So we'll see how things progress as time goes on, but I just wanted to kind of bring that up today because I don't have much else going on today. So I wanted to let you know what I thought about that. And we'll get into a tournament here in just a second. Let me go ahead and get that set up, and I'm also going to open up a couple of packs today. So thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. If you have not subscribed to my channel, I do videos every Monday through Friday on the Pokemon Trading Card Game Online. I would love for you to subscribe. That would mean the world to me, and I appreciate that. I do a lot of unboxings. I show off my collection. I'll be doing that this weekend. Actually, I have cards that I've recently dug out of my closet that I didn't know I had, and I'm going to be opening those up on the weekend in a special episode. And they're actually like old cards. Like I can show you. I think I'll show you one set on Saturday that's going to be. It's probably the prize of my collection, and I'm very proud of it. I have a first edition Team Rocket set. That's like, I love that I have all those cards. I'll have to dig it out because I dug out the other cards. I have like, literally there are 8 boxes of cards that I have that I dug out. 9 boxes really, and you know, I was a huge collector back in the day. You know, when the cards first came out, and I just kind of quit playing after the gym leader set, and it is what it is. I feel a little bad about it, but I miss playing. That's why I came back to the Pokemon Trading Card Game Online once I realized that you can actually play people online. So that to me was kind of the selling point. So I have a bad feeling about this match. I feel like the hand that I was dealt here is probably not the most ideal situation to be in, but gosh, that's so awful. I can only take 2 more of those hits. Okay, so that's going to come in handy a little bit. Let's go ahead and get this Stadium card out there and play this Shauna to hopefully get another energy card, and maybe I can get some... Oh god, that's so bad. Like, that's like the worst. That's the worst luck. It's 20 damage because there's a resistance. Sometimes you play a tournament and it just goes so well, and then other times you play one and it's just bad. It's just bad. But I I kind of wish I had those Lissandras right now, but I got rid of them, so that's cool. Either way, gosh. And I need him to, well, I don't really need him, because there's probably going to be some Mega Evolutions that he plays, but right now there's not any, so great. This is it. This is the game. So, that's it for today, folks. Thanks for watching. I guess that's it. I just play this card, and then I'll just do a versus match. I'll do another tournament because that was too quick, honestly. Like, we're 5 minutes in, I've already lost. Like, that's pretty bad. So, I can afford another tournament here. So let's not. Let's just move on, shake this one off, and maybe we'll get into some new matches. But I love when it goes this well for me, but I hate when it goes this well for somebody else. So anyway, yeah. So the new information for Pokemon Sun and Moon in Coro Coro was pretty cool. I think what I'm most excited for is the Alola Pokemon, because I think those are really neat variations on Pokemon that already exist, and I'm super excited to see more of them. I am excited for the demo that comes out on the 18th. So if you are, that's going to be next Tuesday, I believe it is. So if you're as excited about the demo as I am, trust me, I'll be streaming the demo on that Saturday probably, just because I think it's going to be pretty awesome. I'm also going to be, I'll probably stream the first few, like the first couple of hours of the game, just because it's typically a fun game, and I won't do the whole thing. I don't want to spoil anything, but I think that'll be pretty fun. But I'm excited. I'm excited for the starter Pokemon. I'm excited for the starter evolutions, the final forms of those Pokemon. I wonder what those are going to look like. I'm excited for the new Pokemon and the new storylines. Typically, if I had to pick one thing I'm worried about, it's that the story is going to be exactly the same as the last game. But, you know, we'll see how that goes. But then they also announced in the last trailer, I didn't really talk about it much, but I figure I may as well bring it up since we're on the subject of Pokemon Sun and Moon. They did talk about Mega Evolution being back in the game. So, how do you guys feel about Mega Evolution? I mean, when they showed off Mega Evolution as a returning feature, it was like, duh. Like, you're not going to take something out of the game that's been, you know, well established. Like, they're like Mega Evolution, and I'm like, oh wow, that's not new. Okay, whatever. So, so for me, it's like, okay, that's fine. We got Mega Evolution, but they haven't really shown off any new forms. So, we'll see how that goes. I think new forms would be ideal, but it's not necessary. And to me, Mega Evolution, if you've watched my channel at all, you probably know my stance on Mega Evolution. It's just not that appealing to me. It's a cool idea, but it just doesn't go over very well for me personally. And I feel the same about it's. If you look at my video for Ash Greninja, I think it was a couple days ago. How I feel about Ash Greninja is kind of the same as how I feel about Mega Evolution. So let's see. So I've got Machop, and that's going to come in handy. I'm not going first, so I'll be able to attack. But then they're going to be able to do a stronger attack, which could end up... It could end up bad for me. I'd hate to think there's 2 matches in a row where I just get utterly destroyed. But stranger things has happened. Stranger things have certainly happened. So, let me talk about work. Let me talk about my life for a minute. My life's actually going pretty well. Work's going well. I'm getting some recognition at work for some of the extra things I've been doing, so that's kind of cool. And hopefully trying to get promoted in the near future. My personal life's pretty cool. I don't have anything to worry about there. I come home, I take a nap, I do my video, And then, the scheduling is, my uploading schedule's been pretty consistent, I think, except for yesterday when I was pretty mad because I usually upload my videos at night. Just a production secret here is I usually record the videos a day before, and then I upload them at night, and then I wake up in the morning, I make a couple of adjustments, and I save it for later on to make it public, because I don't want to release it too early in the day. So I do those things, except last night, or this morning, or yesterday morning when I woke up, I looked at the upload, and the upload had not completed itself, so I was a little upset. But then I realized it was because of Windows and their stupid updates that they keep trying to force me to do that I don't want. Like, if I could go my whole life without ever updating my computer, I probably would. There are times where you kind of have to, and I get that, but man, I get so frustrated when I look at my uploads when I'm like, oh, surely it's done by now, and my computer's like, no, it's not done, and don't call me Shirley. And I'm like, alright, well, I guess I have to upload later. So that happens about once a week, and I get mad. But it is what it is. I mean, can't control it. So might do 60 damage. Probably will only do 30. Probably won't do 100, so there's that. And there's a Mega Gardevoir, that's great. Let's go ahead and evolve him. He's going to do 100 damage next turn, though, so I can't even use this. Wow. I just lost again. Are you serious? I guess I'm just going to go ahead and make him switch out, because I have to be able to get something going. It's going to take him a double colorless to retreat, and so, or switch, which if he switches out, I'm screwed. So if he switches, I mean, as of right now, he can't do 100 damage to me, so I'm in good shape. But next turn, oh, here we go. This is good. I'll take that. In fact, let's go ahead and just switch. I like that. Is there another double colorless? I'll make him switch out again. Well, no, I'm not going to do that. No, that's fine. The reason is I was thinking about making him switch out again so that he would have to retreat again. But as it stands right now, he can't attack me. If he gets enough things on his Xerneas, he might be able to. That's 10 plus 30 more damage for each different type of Pokemon on your bench. He only has one type, so it's only going to do like a little bit of damage. I guess I'll risk it. I don't know what's going to happen. This could be tough. He still has to switch. So as of right now, well, there it is. Oh, it's the fairy thing. I forgot there's a no retreat cost if you have fairy energy. That's crazy. So here comes 40 damage, I think. 70. Different type? Oh, it's dual type for Mega Gardevoir. I didn't realize that. I guess we'll just switch here. Get out Machamp, because he's the only one that can attack right now. I guess we'll just go ahead and make him discard his double colorless energy, and I'll do 60 damage. So next turn, provided there are no healing items, I might be able to knock him out. And I'm going to go ahead and use a Pokemon Center Lady. Oh, there's that. Okay. Pokemon Center Lady on this one. Carbink. I'm having a hard time remembering names right now. I always do that, though, I think. So this will allow me to get a little bit of damage and also attach energy to Carbink, which I kind of need to do. So by the time I actually get up to Carbink coming up there again, Xerneas will be knocked out, and all that's left is EX. And that should be a victory unless he gets another Pokemon on his bench. And I'm willing to bet this person does not have a Hex Maniac. Something tells me he does not have a Hex Maniac, and I'm okay with that. So I was not expecting that to happen. That's great. I just lost this game. So did not expect any of that to happen, actually. Oh, great. I guess, but even then he's just going to retreat, so there's nothing I can do here. I don't even have energy to attack. Wow. So this is going to be a short video today, folks. I'm going to open up a couple of packs of cards, just because this has been a steamroll, if you will. If you don't hate that term, that's a very valid term for what's happening right now. The good old-fashioned steamroll. I can't even be upset, though. And the worst part is I wasted 16 tickets to do 2 tournaments and lost both matches. So, you know, it is what it is, but I'll do a tournament tomorrow probably, and maybe we'll get some better results. But let's go into my collection and go into my packs of cards, and I'll go ahead and open up these breakthrough packs because I have 2, and I want to go ahead and get through them real quick. So let's see what we have. I think my set closest to completion is Steam Siege because I've been opening tons of Steam Siege cards. And, of course, this is new, but it's not new because I have this, so whatever. Okay, Braviary. Wing attack does 30, and dual cut does 80. 80 damage times the number of heads after 2 coin flips. 100 HP is kind of low for a stage, well, I guess it's only a stage 1. I think there's a stage 2 to this one, isn't there? No, only a stage 1. And it looks like I could probably put this in one of my decks, but I wouldn't say it's a necessary card. So Pancham's Pompous Punch does 10 damage. You discard a random card from your opponent's hand. I don't like these cards that make you discard a random card because the game chooses the card for you. And I don't understand how that would work in a live setting. If you play a card or an attack that lets you discard a random card from your opponent's hand, shouldn't you get to pick? Like it seems like you, the player, should get to pick. And I get it, it's a random card, so you shouldn't get to pick, but you don't know what card that is. You know, your opponent can mix up his cards, and then you pick. But I don't like these types of descriptions on attacks. Now, the one thing I will say is that even if the game did let you pick, did let you just make the motion of like selecting the card that you wanted to discard, it wouldn't necessarily mean that that the cards that your opponent has correspond to a card in, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Like, let's say your opponent has 2 cards in his hand, and you pick the card on the left. Like, who's to say that that card on the left is, you know, an in, or who's to say that it's, you know, a stadium card or anything like that. And if you pick that card, the game could just select what card that is for you. So I guess by the online game standards, since the online game organizes the cards for you at the bottom of your screen, you know, it's kind of easy to determine what is going to be where, but I think that's why the game picks a random card for you. I just went through that whole thought process. Maybe that helps you better understand how the game works, but I went through that whole thought process in my head just because, well, we got plenty of time on the episode today, so hopefully you enjoy hearing me talk. So Seeking, Soaking Horn for 10 plus damage, If this Pokemon was healed during this turn, the attack does 80 more damage, and Reckless Charge for 40 does 10 damage to itself. Now this card could be very good. It's only 1 attack cost, and you could do the 10 damage to yourself, use a Roaring Seas, and then do 90 damage next turn. Now, its 90 HP is kind of low, but I think this card coupled with Roaring Seas is a good bet for a deck that's just kind of starting out. It's not going to be able to compete with EX Pokemon, but it'll be good in some cases, not all. Super Rod lets you shuffle any three of any combination of Pokemon and basic energy cards from your discard pile into your deck. Magneton, Static Shock, paralyzes on a heads flip, and Electro Ball does 70 damage, but you discard an energy card attached to this Pokemon. So 1 energy card on this Pokemon gets discarded. We just saw Pancham, same card. Remoraid, Wild River is switch this Pokemon with one of your benched Pokemon. Magnemite, its retreat cost is reduced by 1 for every Magnemite on your bench. Doduo, Simultaneous Peck does 30 damage, and you flip 2 coins, but if either of those are tails, you don't do anything. And Doduo Delivery is draw 2 cards. Swinub, your opponent's active Pokemon is now asleep. So, let's open one more of the breakthrough packs here, and then we'll probably call it a video after that. I do appreciate you guys watching. If you did catch this video, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel. I'll be back tomorrow with another episode, and tomorrow I'm actually opening up this box. It's a Keldeo Mystic box, so stay tuned for that, because that'll be pretty fun. What's this card going to be? Okay. Let's take a look here. So Florges, Fairy-type Pokemon, Calming Aroma. Each of your Pokemon attacks cost 1 Fairy Energy less, and Wondershine does 70 and confuses your opponent's active Pokemon. I like this card. I feel like it would come in handy in several situations, but I haven't really made a serious Fairy deck yet. Axew's Extra Chop does 20 damage and does 10 damage to itself, and Dragon Claw for 40. Braxian does 70 damage with Flamethrower. You discard an energy card. Wobbuffet, Mirror Barrier, flip a coin. If heads, prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks during your opponent's next turn. Prinplup, Ice Beam for 30. You flip a coin, and if heads, your opponent's Pokemon is paralyzed. Finnegan's Fire Breathing does 10 damage, plus 30 if you flip heads. A different Axew, is that right? Yeah, a different Axew. We saw this card last time. Pikachu's Agility for 10 damage. If heads, you prevent all effects of attacks, including damage, done to this Pokemon during your opponent's next turn. And Cacnea does Swagger for 10 damage. You flip a coin. If heads, you discard an energy card attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. So that's it for me today, folks. I do appreciate you watching. I will see you tomorrow, and you guys have a great day.